Hello friends, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today, I would be talking upon reference management system. This is going to be my third video that I would be uploading onto my YouTube channel. The very first two videos that I have uploaded are on how to write scholarly publishing in impact factor journals. Then I also uploaded one video on writing systematic literature review papers. I must thank you everyone that many of you have already subscribed to my channel as well as you have liked my videos also. So moving to this academic journey, rather it's a research journey. As I told you earlier, today I would be focusing upon a reference management system. So the reference management system that I would be talking upon in this session is Mendeley desktop. I'm very much sure that majority of you might have heard of this particular software, and there might be a number of researchers who might be using this software also. But the thing that I would like to elaborate is the importance of this Mendeley desktop. Many times what happens? Many times what happens whenever we are writing an article, because what happens, each and every journal have their different specific requirements in terms of writing references as well as in-text citations, right? Someone may ask for MLA, someone may ask for APA, Chicago, IEEE, Harvard. There are a number of files are there, but this Mendeley desktop, this enables you to, this enable you to write your in-text citations in a wonderful manner. So majority of times the one challenge that we always face while we are writing a paper, we always miss certain references. At the same time, there is also a mismatch between the in-text citations as well as references. So as far as this challenge is concerned, this Mendeley desktop is definitely going to solve this particular problem. So my dear friends, I hope you are going to like my this video, and please make sure you have a full watch for this particular video. In case you have question, please feel free to write to me. Now let me start my session today. As I told you, let me share my screen. So my dear friends, as I told you, Mendeley desktop. Now, as everyone knows that Mendeley is basically used as a reference manager. It helps you to, it helps a researcher, it helps as helps an academician to easily manage their references altogether, right? So, first of all, the very first thing, please understand that Mendeley is not the only one software which the researcher uses to write their research papers, to manage their references. There might be some other softwares also, but today I would be focusing on only and only Mendeley, right? So moving forward, how it can be used? As I told you earlier, because while we are communicating or we are writing a paper, we might be submitting papers to different journals. Engineering people, they might be submitting papers to different journals. Management people, social sciences people, they might be submitting their paper to different journals altogether. And at the same time, different journals have their different specific requirements in terms of writing references, writing in-text citations. So a biggest challenge that we always face as a researcher is uniformity in the in-text citation, uniformity in the writing the references are often missed. Whenever I communicated some of my papers to good high impact factor journals, there was one very uniform, one very common review that I got, that your in-text citation and references are mismatched. So this particular challenge is definitely going to be rectified if we are using this particular software Mendeley, right? So I will go simultaneously with my presentation, and at the same time I will let you know how to make use of this particular software Mendeley. Now, as we all know, this is a free academic software. At the same time, it is also available across different platforms such as Windows, Mac, and for Linux platforms also. It is also available among different browsers. Whatever browser you are using, whether you are using Mozilla, you are using Firefox, whatever it is. So this particular Mendeley software can easily work on all the softwares. Now the question comes, how the very first thing that a researcher is required to do is how to download this particular software. So this is the link that I have given to all of you. You are what you can do. You are simply required to copy this particular link. Please copy this particular link and then simply go over to Google as I'm going, just, or you can simply paste this particular link into your browser, whatever browser you are using, whether it's Chrome or whatever it is, right? As you are seeing, it is showing whether you are required to download desktop for Windows, Windows for 7, 8.1 or 10, whatever it is. So depending upon the compatibility of your computer, please download it. You can download it, and after you have downloaded it, please install it. Right? This is how we are required to move forward. Now moving forward to my presentation. Now, what is the advantages of using Mendeley software? The very first part is your library structure is definitely improved. Majority of time, what happens when we are assembling the papers, whenever we are downloading the papers from different databases, some of the papers might not be in one folder, some paper might be in different folders. So you might be facing a challenge to identify the paper. So at the time you are writing the references, you might not be in the situation to locate your paper. So in that case, Mendeley is definitely going to help you out. Okay. Now this is how Mendeley is going to work. Once you have downloaded, I will let you know, because I hope you must have downloaded it. Once you have downloaded it, what you are required to do, just go on to the section where it has been downloaded and then install it. And then install it. I will let you know how to do it. I'm moving over to it. Let me share my desktop with all of you so that you may get an idea that how we are required to move forward. Just hold on, guys. Let me go to my desktop, because I have already installed my software on the desktop. There it is. Now you can see it is my desktop. Here the icon that you can see is Mendeley desktop. Simply go double click onto your Mendeley desktop. Now please make sure you also make one account using your email ID. The very first thing is you are required to sign in. Just double click onto this Mendeley desktop and you are required to sign in. Now since I have already made my account, so it is not asking me to sign in. Now you can have a look. You can have a look at it. I have already uploaded number of my papers. Suppose I'm writing a paper on, say, export competitiveness. Say I have 200 papers in one particular folder. So what I am required to do, you will simply go to the add button. Go to the add button. You can download, as suppose I want to download the papers. You can say working paper review, then literature. Suppose this is the literature on exchange rate. What you are required to do, simply Control A and open it. Now you can see my cursor, it is now importing all the files. I selected 14 papers, now it is importing all these papers. So after a few seconds, you can see all of the paper that I was importing that can be now accessible on my Mendeley desktop. For example, you can have a look at this paper. This paper is published in International Journal of Economics and Financial Issues and some other papers. So you can simultaneously, you can have a look at the details of the paper also, where the paper is published, what is the issue number and what are the pages. For example, this year in 2010, volume is 9, issue is 3 and page number are from 72 to 84. Okay, now moving forward. Once again, let me move over to my presentation part, then I will let you know how we are required to make use of this Mendeley desktop. Right. So this is the overview that I have already shown to you. You can have a look at the document details also, where it is published, who is the publisher, what is the volume number, what is the issue number, and what are the pages number. And make sure at some point of time, you might be downloading that paper to whom the volume or issue or page number is not assigned. So many times we very frequently do, we upload the paper on Mendeley for which volume and issue number is not assigned. So in that case, please have a look at that. because in case you download such kind of a paper, for that case your true reference would not be reflected. So please make sure that whenever you are importing any file, you are also importing the volume, issue as well as the page number. Now here you can, as I told you earlier, you can add as many documents as you want to. You can download papers, and after download the paper, please make one folder. Even you can import multiple files also. You can import a single folder also containing number of papers into the Mendeley desktop. You can also search literature. Now this is the most important thing. As per the application of Mendeley desktop is concerned, a researcher is required to understand these two things. First is installing web importer, and second is installing MS Word plugin. Now, my dear friends, let me tell you, these two features of Mendeley desktop are very crucial for you in case you want to have a very true representation of your all the references. If these two particular add-ins, first one is MS Word Word importer, and second is installing web importer. If you are able to add on these features to your MS Word as well as to your browser, you will be able to manage your reference in a wonderful manner. Okay. Now I will let you know how these two features are to be enabled. For example, let me move over to my screen so that I may show you how this Mendeley desktop is required to be used. Now, this is my Mendeley desktop. This is my Mendeley desktop, as I told you. Now, having a look at this window, I will let you know the each and every tab very clearly. What are the functions of each and every tab? As I told you initially, what you are required to do, you can add files also. You can add files independently. At the same time, you can add a folder also. If you have a one folder specific to your one research article that is containing around 200 to 300 papers, you can easily import all these files using this particular button, and you can add entry manually also. However, I would suggest that the researchers make use of this feature, because Mendeley enables you to automatically give import all the files all together into one window. Right now, after this is done, the very first thing that I told you people, that you must make sure these two features, install web importer and MS Word plugin. Now, what these two features mean? Let us first talk about installing the web importer. Now, web importer means, suppose you are making use of a browser, say Chrome. As a searcher, I always work on Google Chrome. You might be working on Mozilla Firefox or some other browser also. It can be enabled in every browser that you want to. What are you required to do? What is the meaning of installing the web importer? It means, suppose you are going to Google, right? If you are going to Google, say you went to Google Scholar, and in Google Scholar you found out one of the very important papers as far as your research publication is concerned. So you can automatically import that particular paper from the browser itself to the Mendeley desktop. Now I am repeating, please understand this feature. If you are working on Google Scholar, what you are required to do, you can simply import that file from the Google Scholar to your Mendeley desktop. This is one of the wonderful features of Mendeley desktop. I will let you know how now. Let me show you how this feature works for a researcher. Let me go to my, first of all, my browser. Now I want to say I'm writing Google Scholar, right? Now in Google Scholar, suppose I want to read paper on export competitiveness. I simply clicked on it. Suppose after reading that particular paper, you downloaded the PDF file. Now this PDF file, you can see, after reading the abstract of that paper, you came to know that this paper is really interesting, and I must use this paper, I must use this particular literature into my research paper also. So what you can do now, you can say, since I have installed the web importer, I am repeating, I have installed the web importer. So you can see, you can have a look at here. It is showing Mendeley logo. It means I have already installed the web importer feature into my browser. What you can do, you can simply click it over here. Once you click it, it is now functioning. Now it is asking me to sign in. So let me first sign in. What I am required to do, I am required to write my email ID. Now say continue and sign in. Now, this is one of the wonderful features that enables a researcher to automatically import the files from the web importer to your Mendeley desktop. Now you can see, guys, it is working on. Just wait for a few seconds. Yeah, you can see. Now I'm using browser, and in the browser itself, it is asking me to whether I want to import this file into my Mendeley desktop. What I will do, I will simply click yes. It is showing all the papers. You can have a look at it. All the papers it is showing. What I would do, or the paper, you can accept or you can reject the paper that you do not want to import into your Mendeley desktop. After selecting it, select my library and then add it. Now you will come to know these papers are being automatically added to your Mendeley desktop. Now it is showing yes, it has been added. Okay, then what you can do? If you want to check it, go to your Mendeley desktop and you can see, you can refresh it. For refreshing it, you can use this particular symbol SYNC, synchronize. After you synchronize it, you can see it is now updating all of your papers. Now all the paper that I imported from that Google Scholar can be easily visible into my Mendeley desktop. It means this web importer plugin enables a researcher to import the files from your Chrome or Mozilla Firefox from directly to your Mendeley desktop. Another example. Let me give you another example. Now, it is not only for Google Scholar, whatever you are using. For example, you are going to ResearchGate account. This is my ResearchGate account. On the ResearchGate account, I came to know that one of the researcher has uploaded a wonderful paper. Suppose this is the paper. You like this paper and you want this paper to be uploaded to your Mendeley desktop. What you are required to do, simply go to that Mendeley symbol again, go to the Mendeley logo, click it, and then you can see it is showing your paper. Click it, and then go to add button. So it has automatically imported this particular two files from the ResearchGate account to your Mendeley desktop. You can check it after going to your Mendeley desktop also. Apart from it, suppose you want to say you wanted to have a look at one of the articles which is published in Sage. Suppose this is the article. You went to the website of the Sage. This is the article, suppose you liked. And you want to include this article. You want to import this article into your Mendeley desktop. Simply, once again, simply click on to your Mendeley logo. Click it over here, add it. So it means in whatever browser you are using, this installing web importer plugin enables a researcher to compile number of articles from different databases directly to your Mendeley desktop. This is a very good feature, my dear friend. Please make use of this particular feature. Now, this is the one feature that I have already shared with you all. Now, moving over to my presentation part, then we will let you know how we can add the another features. Before moving on to my presentation, I think I must go to my Mendeley desktop and let me tell you the another feature that it has. Yes. I'm repeating, you went to tools, you are required to install web importer. Now the second feature is install MS Word plugin. MS Word plugin, it is showing uninstall over here since I have already installed. So since in case you do not have installed this MS Word plugin, simply install it. After installing it, what would be going to be the benefit of it? Now, this is one of the another wonderful feature that Mendeley desktop has given to the researcher. Now, let me tell you how it is going to work. Please, what you are required to do, simply go to the MS Word, any MS Word file. Let me open one of my MS Word documents, and there I will let you know how this feature, that is MS Word importer plugin, helps you to write in-text citation and writing bibliography. I am repeating, this feature is going to help a researcher in writing in-text citations as well as compiling all together your references. This is a wonderful feature, my dear participant, my dear students. Now have a look at how it works. Let me go to my MS Word feature first. Just hold on, please. For example, here is my MS Word document. Now, I'm repeating what we did. We installed this MS Word plugin. After installing this MS Word plugin, how will you come to know that this particular feature has been enabled? You simply go to the references section and see here. You can see it is showing open Mendeley, right? Insert citation, insert bibliography as well as style, right? So please, after installing your MS Word plugin, please have a look whether it has been installed properly or not. In case it is not installed properly, this icon would not be shown into your MS Word. Now, since it means that my MS Word plugin has been successfully installed, I simply went to references and checked insert citations, bibliography, mandate, this style. You can choose as many style as you want to have. MS Word showing AMA style. It is showing Chicago, IEEE, MLA, and another styles also. In the social sciences and management discipline, we basically use APA 7th edition, and some other styles are also there. Suppose I clicked on APA 7th edition. Now suppose I am writing a paper, and from paper I came to know that export competitiveness of Indian textile commodities have not shown remarkable growth during past 20 years. There might be spelling mistakes, so let me check the spelling mistakes also. I simply deleted remarkable just to save time. Now you want to cite it. Who said this? What you are required to do? I am repeating. Go to the references section. Move over to the in-text citation. After clicking on the insert citation, this particular pop-up would come. Suppose it is already showing that my library. So it means you would be extracting the in-text citation from your library that is connected to your Mendeley desktop. For example, you say Dhima, right? I clicked on this. And similar, it is not, you can add multiple in-text citations also. For example, you want to add some another author, say this is the author, Exchange Rate Appreciation and Export Computer, written by Abesike and York in 1998 in the Journal Applied Economy. You click it. And again, you want to click some other, say, you say Jones, or you can say Gupta, right? This is the article. Now, if you think that you have added 3, 4, or two in-text citation, simply go over to OK button. Now you can see it is processing, it is showing you formatting. Now here you can have a look. It has already captured, it has already made an output in terms of multiple in-text citation in the style that you have chosen for. You look for APA style, it has given, right? So one of the biggest advantage of using this particular feature is the inconsistencies while we are writing a paper that will be removed. For example, if I say inconsistency of what? Many times we are required, journal say, APA style say you are required to write and like this symbol and whenever there are inconsistencies, we might be using we might be writing A and D over here. So there might be inconsistency, but this feature will enable you so that your inconsistency while you're writing a paper can be minimized. So this is a wonderful feature, my dear, all my dear participants. Now, similarly, you can write as much in-text citations also. For example, I'm writing one particular statement, say, apart from India, many European nations have also been able to grow their commodity. Now say this is being said, you are required to write in-text citation. For that, simply once again go to the in-text citation, name the author, say you are saying this particular author. You can click it and say some other author you want to add. This is the author, Patterson, Allen, and Johnson. Simply click it over here. You want to add some other author, you click it over here. Okay. Now you can see once again all the in-text citations are already being taken care by Mendeley desktop. If you have installed this MS Word plugin, this is the advantage of using MS Word plugin. Similarly, you can write say 4 to 5 or 6 pages, and then you can import all the in-text citation. Now, after writing all these in-text citation, insert bibliography. Simply click on insert bibliography. You can see all the papers, the paper that you have cited in the text, they can be shown in the references like this. This is strictly as per the APS 6 style. So this is the advantage of using Mendeley desktop. As I told you earlier, it enables you to make sure there are no inconsistency in your research paper or project report or whatever it is, because majority of time I told you, whenever we are writing articles, we receive one common review that there are inconsistencies. There are inconsistencies while you are writing in-text citation and references. So this is a wonderful software that will help a researcher to make sure that your inconsistencies are to the minimum possible extent. Now, this is how you are required to make use of it. Now, moving over to the Mendeley desktop. Another, I'm repeating, you can initially add files, you can add folders, and then synchronize it. After synchronizing it, it will simply retrieve all of your documents and folders that you wanted to import. And then make sure you have installed this web importer and you have installed this MS Word plugin also, because ultimately these two features are going to help you write when you are writing your research papers all together. And another advantage of using this Mendeley desktop is, because as I told you earlier, there are different kinds of reference styles, in-text citation style. So you are required to only click on the one in-text citation style or the reference style that you want to have as per the general requirements, and then it will give you no inconsistency. All the references and the in-text citation would be strictly as per the general requirements. So this particular review, so the comment, you might not be receiving that particular comment that there are inconsistencies in your research article in terms of citations as well as references. That is why this is of great use, great use, Mendeley desktop that enables you to manage all your references consistently in a well-organized manner with 0 degree of scope for your inconsistencies in your manuscript. Apart from this, you can read the papers also. I will let you know how I did it. Suppose since I have uploaded the PDF file onto my Mendeley desktop. Suppose I want to read this particular paper. So if you double click on this paper, you will see this PDF file will automatically would come, and into this PDF file you can make changes, you can highlight it, you can you can annotate your PDF files, you can highlight this text also. Suppose after reading this particular statement, you came to know that this is a very good particular statement and I must use this particular statement into my research paper. So you have highlighted it. After highlighted, you can change the colors also. Whatever color you want to have, you can have that color. These are add-on features. I must say these are add-on features that Mendeley has enabled a researcher. Then you can zoom it, you can highlight your text, you can make a note. You can make a note also that suppose you have written that I want to use this statement into my paper. So this is a note that you have made, that this particular statement I would be using into my paper, right? So there are a number of advantages of this. I'm simply telling you the most beneficial thing that Mendeley desktop has enabled a researcher. This is how we can move forward. Now, once again, another important thing of Mendeley desktop. Let me move over to my presentation part now. As I told you, you can view your PDF files, my dear participant. You can read and work in PDF files. As I told you, you can highlight your files, you can annotate your PDF files, you can make a comments, so that it basically enables a researcher to understand, to organize all the things, what you want to write, what are the things that you don't want to write. You can make notes and many things you can do all together by using this Mendeley desktop. Annotate and highlight. You can also make notes as we shown in this presentation. You can make use of annotations as well as, and this is how I will let you know in case your MS Word plugin is enabled. This is how your MS Word document will look like. You are simply required to click on the insert citation. After your insert citation, so you are done with all the in-text citation. Simply go over to the bibliography, click on the bibliography. All the references will be automatically generated as per this type as you wish to have, whether it's APA, MLA, Chicago, whatever style it is. This part I have already told you. You can generate in-text citation, you can generate your in-text citation, you can also insert your bibliography in the different styles. Choose the style as you want to have. Right? And these are some of the add-on features. You can connect with your colleagues, you can have your network. Suppose you are working on, say, on econometrics, so you can make your own group where all the people of econometrics have joined all together. You can have your own network. Suppose you are working on a, say, exchange rate, or you are working on, say, on consumer behavior. So you can make groups as per your own area, specific domains. You can make groups. These are some of the add-on advantages of Mendeley desktop. So this is the video that I wanted to show all my participants. This is a wonderful video. Just hold on, let me go over to my slide. Let me stop my screen and then okay. So I'm now giving my concluding remarks. For what Mendeley is being used? As I told you, Mendeley is simply being used just to enable the researcher so that we can compile all the in-text citations, all the references all together in a single format as per the journal requirements. Another advantage of it, make sure all of you are making use of that web importer as well as MS Word plugin. If you are able to install all these features, and let me tell you one thing very clearly, very honestly, you will be able to generate your in-text citation and references without any kind of a problem. And most importantly, you will not be missing any in-text citation and references. And another most important thing is that there will not be a mismatch in terms of your writing style. At some places you might be writing A and D, at some point of time you might be writing and symbol. So in case this kind of inconsistency will be automatically removed if you are making use of this Mendeley desktop. So my dear, all the participant or whoever is watching this video, with my humble request, I hope you will like this particular video and you will come to know how you can make better use of Mendeley desktop. And please make as much use as you want to have. by writing your papers, you will once you start experiencing it, I am very much sure you will, keep doing, keep making, this magnet desktop in your writing all the papers. And the most important thing, the biggest advantage of this particular software is the command D that we always receive while we are writing a paper. Inconsistencies, mismatch in references, and in-text citation will be removed. So your paper will be error free in terms of organizing your papers. The paper would, your manuscript would be error free in terms of any mismatch, in terms of any consistency. It would be error free paper in terms of in-text citation and references. So my dear participants, my dear friends, hope you will like this video. Please download Mendeley desktop and start making use of this Mendeley desktop. As a researcher, I am using it, I am experiencing it. It's really a wonderful software. Please make use of this software as much as you can. In case you feel any kind of a doubt, please feel free write to me. My YouTube channel, as you are already aware, this is my YouTube channel. I have already around more than 350, around 347 subscribers are there, and my videos have already been, liked by around 1000 views. So you are liking my videos. I hope you will also like this particular video also. So please share your experiences with me also. In case you still have certain query, please do write to me. My email ID is rahulbhiman9@gmail.com. Thank you very much, my dear participant. Thanks for your sparing your valuable time, and thanks for listening to me. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.